Welcome to the All In Alliance Poker Podcast, Season 4, Episode 5, the finale. I'm Lee McDonald Jr.
Chris, the house with Mancy.
King Marty and Easy.
Andi, Mystery Ball, Andi Land Tickner.
And joining us is a very special guest, the winner of the very final week number 5, Mr. Michael Benton. How you doing?
I'm doing well.
Mr. Non-irrelevant, Mr. Irrelevant now.
Yeah, we're going to have to re-nickname you to something that's not as irrelevant. So.
Oh, no. I'm going to fly under the radar. But something else I want to bring up quickly. If you guys watch SNL, after so many guest hosts, they get a jacket. This is my 4th one, so I think I'm due a jacket.
Yes, I think so. You're going to be the, who was the most hosted on there? Was it John Goodman?
No, it's Tom Hanks.
Tom Hanks, that's it. You're going to be the Tom Hanks of the podcast. So this is number 4.
So you just want to be jacketed off. He's the locked-in candidate for
Hall of Fame jacket. The Hall of Fame jacket.
Okay, but we can't do Hall of Fame because we don't have Hall of Fame. So it's got to be like a locked-in jacket for poker.
Maybe Michael will be our first Hall of Fame inductee. Maybe.
Lock it in.
After how he played. Now, he's the only one in our league that's got the Royal Flush as well. So he's got that going for him. We'll talk a lot about how he did after our first.
Everyone dirty.
After the fastest 3 minutes. But yeah, he did a lot of people dirty Thursdays.
How do we determine whether a guest is special or not?
He's a special guest, but I don't know. Marty, what do you think?
I'm the one that asked the question, so I'm not answering it.
I wouldn't have put it on you, but you asked it.
My mother says I'm special, so
there you go. That's enough. That's enough right there.
He's introduced him as we have a special guest today. I was trying to figure out why he's more special, more or less special than the other guests. So,
well, he was special last night during softball for you guys, right?
Made the last time.
He was definitely something for sure.
And I routed 2 runs because of an error. So yeah, all kinds of special.
We did not. We all had issues yesterday. I had a ball go right in my glove. I vibrated it out with my mind.
Magneto over there.
Yeah, that's what I felt like. Trust me.
So Magneto. All right. So to discuss what we did last week, why don't we go over our popular favorite segment?
I don't know if it's the favorite segment. But
Yes. I go last, Lee. I go last.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah. All right. So the fastest, slowest 3 minutes in poker. So this is how we finish with bonus points. So unfortunately, B was out first, and then followed by Nate, and then Tsunami, and then Dan, which Andi Land Tickner took out Dan. He was so salty about it. But he did get an extra point for a 7-2. And then No Way, which is also taken out by Andi, by the way. Tanya got a 7-2 point. Keith got a 7-2 point. Gabe at number 10. Andi, as I mentioned earlier, took out Dan, who was in the top 5. And, No Way, got me 3 points overall. Marty, King Marty, took out Tanya for an extra point. Jeremiah, Lee, Chris, the house with Mancy, got a point for survival. Got a point for taking out Nate. Got a point for surviving and taking out the top 5. So all in all, that's 3 points. Tina survived. Took out Andi, who was in the top 5. Got her 3 points. Peyton, survival. Took out Gabe. Had one of the most total 3 points. Chris Saunders, survival. Also bouncy. Also survival. And top 5 of his own. He got 5 points. I mean, I just see like a pattern here. Like, bro, everybody's like ganging up. Like, let us be. Michael, the man of the hour. Survival. Took out B. Took out Sue. Took out Heath, who had a bounty. Had the most chips. Had the most souls. Had the high hand, which was quad queen. And had his own bounty. 9 points overall. Like, congratulations, Michael. Like,
good job, Michael.
Yeah, like, damn. Like, talk about coming back. Not come on your wreck, but coming back, like, fucking locked in for the week. And so, overall, here's where we finished on the final week of the season. Jeremiah, the kid, 79 points overall. Michael, the climber of the week, number 2, 75 points. Chris, the house with Nancy, 73 points. Chris Saunders, 72 points. And his beautiful wife, who, I love you, Tina, but suck you, came in 5th, 67 points, who knocked Andi Land Tickner out of the final table, who took 6th overall, which is my highest place ever. 64 points. Leland McDonald Jr., 63 points. Peyton, number 8, at 58 points. McDan also tied at 8th for 58 points. Nate, 53 points, tie at 10th. Sorry. Gabe, 11th, 45 points. No way at 44 points at 12th place. King Marty at 36 at 13 points. Tsunami at 35 points at 14th. Tanya and B both tied for 15th at 34 points. And Tanya's husband, Keith, sadly, 17th at 32 points. And that is the fastest 4 minutes in poker.
Woohoo! What a season it was. What a season it was. So let's all chime in about this last Thursday. It was quite a week. Usually our season finales are amongst the most intense that we've had. And there was a lot of ups and a lot of downs. Why don't we start with the downs? As far as the most down, I'd have to give the award to poor old Nathan. Who was involved in that? Was that? Oh, I know who it was. Who is the house? Chris, why don't you tell us what happened between you and Nate?
I mean, you had to be at the table. I mean, Chris Saunders was there. King Marty was there. Fake King Marty was there. Con and Heath and Chris Saunders and Peyton.
Where?
And at my table. And it was just, if you were there at my table, you was, did I say fake King Marty? Fake King Marty? Okay. And if you're at the table, you would know that fives were coming out. It's like every hand, it was flopping out a 5 or 2 5s or a 5 on the board. And no matter what, a 5 will happen on the board. No matter if it's like ace, king, and then a river of 5. A 5 will happen on the board no matter what. So I said, prior to me taking out Nate, I said, guys, if you have a 5 in your hand, regardless of what the kicker is, you're calling it or raising it because you're guaranteed to hit a 5 on the board. I literally said that. And I'm big blind for like 4K, and I get 5-2 suited spades in my hand. Of course, I'm keeping it. It's 5-2 suited. 5. What did I just say about 5s? 5s are hot. And the flop comes out 3-2-5. I already have 2 pair. Nate is the first one to act. Nate bets 10,000. Tanya calls the 10,000. I call. I raise it. I raise it to 20K, and then Nate calls the 20K. My raise. Tanya folds. And now it's just me and Nate head to head. The turn comes out at 9, and this rainbow on the board, and Nate's first one to act.
Yeah.
Nate goes all in. That's it. All in. I'm like, I have to call. I have 2 pair, and I cover him. So no matter what, if I go all in, I cover him. I'm not all out. So I call. He flops over ace 9. I have 5-2. I have 2 pair. He's over here. Kidding me, really? He's like, okay, 4. Come on, 4. He's cheering for a 4 for the straight. Well, a 10 comes out on the river. I win. Take him out. And then he walks out.
Yeah, I'd say it was, to put it nicely, he walked out. It was the most pissed off I've ever seen Nate. He was not happy. He wanted to make an impression on the league, and to go out like that, I don't blame him. That was really tough.
Can the jury reflect that a 5-2 is a shittier hand to call in than 5-3 suited? So
I was big blind.
That's for you, Lee.
That's a little bit different, Marty, because
shittier.
If you recall,
I was the blind too.
I raised the big blind 200,000 on top of the 80K, and to call with that 5-3 is, well, let's just say it was unique.
Yeah, I didn't raise it. I didn't raise mine. I just said check.
Yeah.
Okay.
So my reflection actually, I think, is even almost as bad as the Nate hand is. I went all in on my hand. I had trip jack. I had pocket jacks. There's a jack on the table, and I went all in, and Dan called me and didn't realize I had pinks on the table. I got.
How did you play it? Like when you had pocket jacks, what was
so I slow raised. Well, so once the flop came, so when a flop came out, right, then I like, okay, all right, I, raised it a little bit, and we were still like on real small blinds, right? And I hadn't won a hand the whole game, like the whole night up to this point. And Lee, you're at my table, right? So we're still like real small blinds, like maybe 4 or 8.
Yeah, yes. But when you raised it, how big was the raise? Like, did you tell him that you had the jack or no?
So after with the 4th card, so which is the flop, right? Or the turn, I went all in after I knew I had it. And Dan called me and he's like, I would have never called you if I'd realized you had pinks. And I was like, well, I don't know what to tell you. Like, I went all in, look at my chip stack. He got so fucking salty about it. He was so salty about it. And I won it, right? It was the first hand I won all night. And that was like, I mean, you're talking, what, an hour into the game?
Yeah, it was almost right before the first break hit. And,
yeah, it was a long time. That was the first hand I won. And he was like,
raised it. He did raise a big pre-flop. He did. And she called, and he had ace jack. She had a pair jack.
Do you remember if she limped in before the flop, or did she raise?
No, I had pocket jack. I saw it on the flop.
I think she wanted the gun.
Did you bet the normal blind, or did you raise the blind?
No, she was.
I called him.
She was first to act. So
yeah,
it jumped all the way around to Dan. Dan was on the button, and so he raised it, and then Tina folded.
He raised it pre-flop.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, not pre-flop.
No, he did. He did.
Oh, okay, yeah, okay. Yeah, I'm an ace jack. Yeah, okay.
It was where it was just you and him in the final.
Yeah.
Okay. So he's dumb. So Dan's dumb for raising it pre-flop, and then Andi just called his pre-flop, which made her.
No, not pre-flop. I didn't do anything. Well, no.
What happened is that he raised.
I was big blind at this point.
Yeah, and he was on the button. So.
Yeah, so I would have been big blind.
Okay, so Andi just limped in with a normal blind. Nice.
No, he raised. He was on the button, and she was big blind. I misspoke. She wasn't under the gun. She was big blind, and so it was only them two left. Everybody else folded, and so she was first to act on the flop, and she goes all in. Well, he didn't see her chip stack, and he has ace jack.
No, I don't think I went all in until the fourth card.
The turn.
Yeah, the turn.
Do you remember betting on the flop? That's the part I don't. I thought it was on the flop. He went all in.
No, it wasn't, because B was sitting next to me and he saw my hand because he was already out. And he was like, I'm literally going to kick you if you don't fucking go. And he didn't say it. He said it after I went all in. But I waited until the turn to go all in.
So maybe it was where she either checked and Dan bet and she called again, and then she went all in. But
okay. So Dan bet. So Chris is right. So Dan bet, and then she's like, you know what? Fuck it, all in.
And the
not fuck it. There was a jack on the table, and I had pocket jacks. Like I had trips.
No, that's perfect. That's a perfect. Then I say fuck it. Like you're gonna say fuck it. I'm gonna risk it for trips and suck it. Like fuck it.
Well, there was nothing else on the table.
Oh, 100%. You played it great.
Yeah. And Dan, he was like, I wouldn't have got. He was like, I wouldn't have, and I had more chips than he did. Right. So I covered.
He was covered. I think he had you covered.
No, he wouldn't have gone out if I.
At that point.
Okay.
And
right. Yeah.
At that point, she had all his chips. She doubled up. She was at.
I had low stack.
Yeah, you had $200K behind you, and that's what he was pissed off at. You had two pinks, and so you had about 220 to 250, and he had 300K, so he got down to 50.
No, I knocked him out that hand.
Was it that hand? I thought it was a later hand.
Was anybody actually there?
No, I knocked him out that hand.
Apparently, I forgot everything that happened because I've been.
No, I have it written down like that. I took Dan out, right? Yeah. So it was that hand for sure. Yeah.
Okay. Well, I was at the table, but I do want to know. I do want to know one more hand from Andi, but first, let's talk about Michael's hand.
All right.
The very first hand would be. I do have another question for Andi about a hand. I wasn't there. I want to know what happened. Okay. Michael, tell me how you knock out B.
I was dealt a pair of queens, and everybody just bet the. I think it was just me, Tina, and B. No. Jeremiah was in it too. I think maybe Lee.
It was very early in the game, so
pre-flop we had several people in it.
Yeah, it was all like the second hand or third hand.
Yeah.
Right. So I think most people were bet Lee was dealing. So Jeremiah was already in for the small blind, and I can't remember if Tina was. No, it would have been Dan. Dan was in the big blind. So Tina called. I don't know if Andi called. B called. I called. And I'm sure Lee called. I don't know if he called or not. But anyways, I was dealt queens, and then the flop came, and it was 8-9 jack. And so I thought my queens were still.
I mean, yeah, you got a straight draw. Yeah,
and I got a straight draw, true. And my queen, I got the high pair at least. So Jeremiah bet. I don't know what Dan did. You know what? Maybe didn't bet, but I know Tina bets. I don't know if Jeremiah bet before Tina did or not, but Tina bet, And that's when I knew she was in. And B called her, and then I think it was 25,000 is what Tina bet, and B called her, and I went all in. And then everybody dropped at that point except B called. Tina thought about it for a minute, and then she folded, and then B called. So Lee said, on your back. So it was just heads up. And that's when I realized that B hit the straight. He had pocket tens, right? Pocket queens. And so I said, well, this is going to be an early night for me. And then the turn came. I'm sorry. Forgive me. The turn came, and that was the third queen. And that's when I went all in. So I went all in.
Let's say hit the straight with the pocket 10.
Right. He had hit the straight. So it was 8, 9, Jack, queen, and he had 10. So he had a straight draw at that point. And I had trip queens, and that's when he called. So he had the straight, and then the river came, and I've been telling people for 2 weeks, it's about time that I get quads, because I've seen everybody get quads. I've never got a quad one time in any game that we played in this league, and I'll be damned if the queen didn't show up on the river.
Have you ever had quads
in this league? No. Yeah,
I'm talking about in lifetime.
Yeah. I've had quads in poker before. Yeah. But just not this league. And I was getting frustrated because I've had, several opportunities where I've had trips right off the flop, and then just didn't get it. But no, I was lucky. Now, I had several outs. I could have got an 8 or a 9. Anything but a 10. 8, 9, Jack, or Queen would have won me that hand. Just not the 10. But yeah, I finally got my quads, and I had B covered, so I took B out.
Were you happy that you took him out?
No. Not at all. No, I like B a lot. I felt bad.
Did you wish it would have happened to another person?
Yeah. I'd much rather it was you the time.
Oh, fuck. Yeah. Damn.
But I took you out last week, I think, on your advice, actually.
So, Chris, let me ask you this. Is this an early probe?
No, I just want to know, Marty wasn't there. I wanted him to tell Marty.
It's because Michael, he loves to probe Michael extra long.
But I just we got to talk about hand. And then there's one hand that I want to know that I wasn't there, but Andi took out Jeremiah like a big stack. What happened?
Okay. And so what's funny is I don't even have that listed that I took him out. And that's why I was like, okay.
So, took him out. You took him down like a big stack.
Was it Andi or was it Tina?
No, I heard it was Andi. Andi took Jeremiah for a big ass stack.
Yeah. It's my ability to not be able to play poker and just bluff my shit out of everything.
Did you bluff him? I
have no idea, to be honest with you. I totally forgot about that. I just was so excited about taking Dan out. No, literally, after I took Dan out, I had just had blinders on. I was like, fuck you, Dan.
Well, Jeremiah stayed late that night, Thursday night, to find out standing. And Jeremiah couldn't stop talking about how much you took, how much that fucks his mind over, how that.
I mean, I don't know if I should be. I feel like I should be offended by that statement.
Why?
No, he couldn't stop thinking about it. He's like, "Fuck, man, I can't believe she took that much from me."
Yeah, you're welcome. He just wants to think about an older woman.
What happened?
Oh, God.
Lee, you were there. I mean, you're out to.
Do you remember?
So is Michael.
I don't know if it was.
I think I just slow played it again.
Slow played it? Okay.
I think. Yeah. I mean, it was a good hand. Again, I don't think I've ever, I think I've barely bluffed anybody out of anything. I think I slow played it. Again, I can't tell you what the hand was. You're going to have to chime in.
So if we rewind this for just 30 minutes, none of us know anything about what the fuck happened on Thursday. As if we weren't even there and why we're doing it.
I said my story pretty good.
Podcast on baking cakes.
Okay, so what's funny, Marty, is it's probably the most dialed in or locked in game that I've actually I was just locked in.
Michael was locked in. You were locked in.
And did you at least remember the hand that took you out?
That took me out? No, I try to block that shit out because.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was Tina, I'm pretty sure. Tina took you out.
Tina took Andi out.
I know who, but he didn't say hand. He said hand.
Yeah, but how?
I remember.
Okay.
Unfortunately, it was.
I get you locked in, and then I forget it when it happens.
They were bluffing each other. Actually, what happened is Tina,
girl on girl bluff,
girl on girl. Yeah, my favorite. So whenever Tina started betting, Andi was calling everything, and after the river, Tina made one more big bluff at it. And Andy called it, and Tina got mad. She was like, good call. I was only chasing. I only have an ace high. Andy also did the same thing, but she only had king high. And so Tina actually ended up winning the hand, and she was shocked. And now I don't think.
Yeah, because there's nothing else on the table, right? It was
Right.
just like
It was
it was a high
literally-
hand or high card.
There wasn't a face card on the board, and so Tina
Except
had
for
an
her.
ace, and you had the king, and that I know it's up for you. I don't think that's the hand that took you out, though. I think something else did. I think you got blinded all in as big blind, and I think somebody could go. I can't remember. I think it was Tina again.
It was Tina. Yeah.
Tina took me out, but and mind you, Tina's listening live right now, and she's like in the chat. So
Oh,
she's
she said 2 hands in a row, so it was the hand after that.
yeah. So she
If anybody's
two-handed,
gonna recap it, it's gonna be Tina for sure.
Yes.
she two-handed me.
I know Tina because I could have taken Andy out, and then she looked at me and said, "Just call." And I gave in.
You won, dude. Give it a fucking rest. All right?
No, but there's a story. There's a story because I told her that if I just called, even though I had at that time I had an ace high flush, and I said I could take you out, and she said just call. So I just called her or checked. Who was checked?
Or it said I think just fold because I was like I'm gonna fold no matter what.
I said you were worth 2 points because taking you out, plus you were top 5, and I'd rather have that than have somebody else. And those 2 points went to Tina, and I think Andy was only missed a 10 by 3. So there was 2 of them right there. I should have taken you out.
Damn, Michael.
You have taken me out, Michael. You have taken me out.
You also eat her out. Dang.
Oh, come on. Jesus.
I was gonna say take me out on dates, but okay. So, now we're getting weird.
Yeah, let's not get weird again. Christy's
So
right
Michael,
here.
Michael,
Weird
you
again.
feel
Hey,
confident
Chris,
everyone-
you realize his girlfriend listens to this, right?
Well,
She's right beside us.
That's what I'm saying. Do you realize that, or
All right, now it's time to talk about
hey,
now it's time to talk about Camilla.
To make up for it, I'll take Christy out on a date.
Oh, see, there you
eat her
go.
out. She would eat her out.
Oh, my God.
That's not what I said.
What did you say about Camilla? What?
I'll eat her out too.
Oh, they're doing. Wait, no. So Michael and Chris, you're offering to switch your partners. Is what I heard.
If you learn anything in my curriculum, let me know. I can use that.
Michael's married. If Michael was married like I am, then yeah, maybe.
Wow. That's interesting.
Okay.
So, anyway,
Moving on.
Anyway, let's
Michael has to be married.
Let's
Michael
get
has to
through
be
this
married.
awkward.
I think we just found our first part that's going to be edited out of this podcast.
Yeah, I think you're right. We're going to take out that last 10 minutes there.
all of Chris? Yeah, it's a good idea.
Yeah, why not? Why not? So, a couple of things I wanted to talk about is two new things that I want to present to the podcast going forward, but something that me and Chris used to do on our old podcast, our old bowling podcast. We used to have 2 awards that we would give out, just kind of unofficial awards, but official, and that is MVP award. So, of course, the MVP most valuable player is going to go to the one that has
Is the most locked in.
most that too, locked in, that has the most points at the end of the season. That is Jeremiah. So Jeremiah with, 79 points?
Yeah.
He is now going to be the official MVP of season, season 10?
Season 10.
Season 10. So now previous seasons, we can go back and
Let's say you're talking about podcast seasons or actual seasons.
actual seasons.
Okay.
So season 10 is going to be Jeremiah, the MVP. We could probably go back. I'm sure Chris still has all the records of previous MVPs that have won. But so far right now, the first official MVP is Jeremiah the Kid. He is our MVP of the league. And then for future podcasts, we'll announce every week who's going to be the player of the week. And of course, player of the week is going to be the one that has the most points for that night. So, Michael, you're our first player of the week for the, 5th week? So our 5th
Yeah, he's
week
got
of the-
plus 10.
Right.
I mean,
right.
yeah,
So he had a total of how many points overall?
26. looks like.
26. Okay. So
Is that correct, Chris? But okay, here's the other thing too. It always depends on how many people and how long the season is, right? So we only had 17 people this week, but yes, overall, yeah.
Michael took 25 points.
25 points. All right.
No, so I mean, okay, so he's number 1 overall. which gives him 17 points. And then he has 9 points for survival, taking Fee out, taking Sue out, taking Heath out, who had a bounty. He had the most trips. He had the most souls. He had the high hand, and he had his own bounty. To me, that's 9 points.
And a partridge in a pear tree.
So 26 points?
29. Yeah.
26 points.
Yeah.
Oh, 26 points for Michael. That is the player of the week for week 5, season 10. I'll tell you. Thank you. So congrats, Michael, on yet another award. Thank you. And hopefully,
The only saving grace in this entire conversation is that the fact that the Chiefs lost again.
Oh shit!
you had to bring it up. You had to bring it up. What are the Yankees doing?
up. She did bring it up.
Hey, what happened
I had
to the Bills
to.
the other night?
I'd say I had to. The Bills got.
Yeah, it was the number 1 team in the whole NFL now.
The Patriots.
No, they're not.
The Lions?
Yeah, I bet you feel very patriotic right now, Andy.
I mean, I'm just saying the Steelers are up there too. By the way, just so you know.
We played the Lions. We played the Lions.
Marty's had a bye week.
Let's have a bye week.
That's right. What did they 3-1?
The Lions come to Kansas City next week, I think.
I sure do. Oh, it's me versus Michael, buddy.
The Lions are just all over the red.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
So I'm having a little bit of words are hard right now. Jesus Christ.
Holy cow!
I know.
Marty's done
No, I'm not having a stroke. I was going to say volatility, but that's not what it is.
Is this what it was like when you were cheering on in the Bill Stadium?
No. Actually, okay, so funny enough, my girlfriend who came with me, who is a Patriots fan, she's never been to the Bill Stadium. We stand during the entire game, all of it. And she's like, what is happening? Why do we have to stand? I'm like, well, if we want to see. And she's 5'9". She's like, I can't see.
Oh my gosh, she's 5'9"? She's tall.
Yeah, she's super tall. And she's like, I can't see unless I stand. I'm like, yeah, we stand. That's how Bills fans are, right? So anyway.
What's the pickle wagon cheer again?
Nobody circles the wagon but the Buffalo Bills.
That's it. Well, they didn't.
Well, where else would you rather be than right here, right now? No, the point was.
Excuse me, guys, and they always circle wide right.
That doesn't actually make any sense. So try again.
Oh, I love it. Who was it? Scott Norwood that did that? Was that the Scott Norwood miss?
Mm-hmm.
I think
and against the Chiefs. And against the Chiefs a couple years ago.
So what I was trying to go with softball is Bills play on Monday again. And I'm like, fuck, do I play softball or so?
Well, they did so good without the last game and they lost.
Oh, loyalty. That was the word I was trying to come up with. Loyalty.
Loyalty. All right, Marty, what were you trying to say, buddy?
I was just saying, considering we have 36 players, you could take opportunities on you.
17 or 16 or whatever it is. But
Johnny, Bobby, Ricky, Johnny.
Lee and Tina, and then nobody wanted to tell Lee and Tina that they not to come out. Everybody's like, yeah, sure, come on out. Let's add more people to the bench.
There you go. Exactly.
But they're the originals.
Yeah, I get it. They should have quit.
Oh, man.
Yeah, they should have quit that.
What other two people played in that previous season? What was that? Who was that? I forget those two players.
The season we lost every game but one?
Exactly. Yeah. Who was the common denominator in that?
Can't remember. I remember. I know it sounded familiar.
Yeah.
So, Michael, have you had enough time to lube your butthole for the probing?
Oh shit!
Jesus.
No. He's gonna get well lubed up for the butt whipping he's gonna take by the Lions next week on Sunday night. It's gonna be. It's gonna be a sea of blue in Arrowhead Stadium, just like week 1 2 years ago, or was it last year? I can't remember.
They did Sunday night again. We're playing Sunday night 2 weeks in a row. I don't think so.
No, it's Monday night and then Sunday night next week.
And see, we're the opposite, right? We played Sunday night, and now we're Monday night.
Yeah, now next week you're going to be Sunday night.
So, Michael, are you? Did Christy line your butthole with the lube?
None of your business.
Oh God! All right, you know what? It's been a while since we heard from Requise.
Yeah.
Is he available yet? Oh my God!
On demand.
Wow.
How you doing?
Where have you been? We missed you last week.
Chris said I can go on vacation. So
Oh, wow. You're allowed that?
yeah. I went to Guantanamo Bay.
All right. Well, we got Michael ready for you. Here he is.
Nice. What's up, Michael?
Hey, old friend.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
How did it feel taking out so many players?
Lucky.
Nice. I heard you had a hard-on to the Yankees game.
Well, I didn't want anybody to ruin the game for me. And
Don't say it.
shout out to Andi. Somebody had mentioned that I wasn't talking much, and she was going to blurt it out that I'm worried about the Yankees. And I looked at her and said, please don't say that, because in a room of that many people, somebody will think it's funny to tell me. So then I said, I really need a headset. Like,
I actually said, I mentioned it before, and then you're like, shut the fuck up.
I don't think you said it that adamantly, but I just said, please don't do that, because somebody would think it's funny. And then so I said I would like to have headsets so I don't hear anything. And Andi offered me her headset. So
Like me watching the Bills game?
for the what?
Like me watching the Bills game in the middle of
That
poker?
was your one friend that night. I think that's what
I know. That's the only reason I gave it to you.
everybody was really mean to Andi that night, and I was kind to her. And so she
Not everybody. Not everybody.
Who did you think was going to ruin the game for you?
What?
Who did you think going to ruin the game for you?
Well, with that many people, so if it's somebody, I've been doing this for somebody would actually say,
That too.
would tell me the score or something.
Your chubby cheek cousin, he's going to be make a joke out of it. That's what's going to happen. I was there. I was the one that was asking. I was like, Michael seems awfully quiet and locked in today. Did somebody kick his puppy today? And the only person that would answer me was Andi. She answered me. She told me what was going on. So I secretly whispered a fake score in Michael's ear and carried on about my evening.
Yeah.
I'm just shocked that Chris didn't change the channel to the Yankee game on the big TV.
Well, I usually hang around, and I would have definitely, even when I lose, I hang around. But I would have hung around because I won that night. But I got out of there quickly because I didn't want to make it all game long and then somebody ruin it, because invariably somebody would, right?
Yeah. Just like at softball last night.
Softball last night, I left as soon as we lost, and I wish somebody had told me that game, because I came home to watch them lose. But I tell you what, the Thursday night was nice because I won the poker night, and then got to watch the Yankees send Boston home, and that was kind of like my World Series. The Yankees Boston series is such a rivalry. It was nice to see them send Boston home.
That was nice.
So, how was the sex Thursday night?
Oh my God.
None of your business.
Tell Chrissy like you're dating a winner.
But I can tell you, if it's typical, I'm left satisfied and Christy's not.
Oh, no.
Dang. Nice. Well, congratulations and welcome to the probe. I've been off for a week. I'm ready. I'm hard.
Happy to be here.
So get ready for these questions because they're going to come hard. You better answer it. So the first question, coming up this Thursday, you have the final table with 5 competitors. Who do you fear the most out of the 4?
You know how they say if you can't spot the sucker in the first 30 minutes, you're the sucker. Well, I know I'm the sucker at this table. You know what? Everybody's different. Tina, I never know what she's got. Like we just talked about how she called an all in with just an ace high. Saunders, he's crafty. He's quiet, and he took me out with a pair of 6s a couple of weeks ago. Babs is a great player. I beat him with his own advice, so I never know what he's going to play. And then Jeremiah, he's just hot. So, and there's something about Jeremiah's confidence. There's something about Jeremiah's confidence. Like, was it last week? He was the guest host. He tells the whole world both his parents suck at poker. That's some confidence right there. B, I'll tell you a story. B looked at me and goes, wasn't there something a little bit about that pissed you off? Like, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Well, I mean, that's good to know. Well, congratulations for Thursday. Hope you do good. So keep it up. But now let's get in the mindset of Michael. Okay.
Yeah.
What is your favorite hand and why?
What's my favorite hand?
And why? Yes.
Oh, that's easy. 7's in the hole, and it's because it's my dad was a big Mickey Mantle fan. Mickey Mantle wore number 7, so I got 7s one time, and I won it. So ever since then, I've just always liked having 7s in the hole.
Or you're wrong.
So any 7? Nice. Okay.
Pair of 7s, yeah.
Now, how do you handle bluff?
Bluffs?
How do you handle bluff? Yeah, bluffing. How do you handle it? When someone bluffs you, how is your mindset? Do you hate it? Do you stay on a tilt?
Well, let me tell you, Let me tell you before and after. Yeah, because I was probably the victim of the worst bluff last season when I had a full house and Robert went all in. I thought he had a higher full house and I folded and he had nothing, not even a pair. So ever since then, Marty's been in my head. And then I think it was last week, Marty made the comment at the very end of the podcast. They said, Michael's going to play 2 hands and worry about the 6 hands he didn't play all night long.
I meant it.
So what? What's that, Marty?
I meant it.
Yeah. So I went into that night thinking that, I was going to prove Marty wrong. And prior to Robert, I could get bluffed out and feel really bad about it. After that, I'm going to play a little bit more aggressive, and I did last week. And that hand that I had the quad queens, that was total luck. But what that did is that allowed me to play more hands the rest of the night. You know how that works. So once I had a couple of chips in me, I wasn't gonna back down anymore. So I was gonna play more aggressive because I knew I had to make a move. That's the other thing about a few weeks ago when Robert bluffed me. It was the final week, and I had to be aggressive, and I lost sleep over that because I don't know why when I had a full house, I didn't just say, well, if I lose, I'm losing with my best hand. Instead, I folded and I didn't make the final table.
Hey, Request, hey, take a bite real quick. Hold on. Hey, Michael, on that note, just so you know, whenever somebody asked me one time, it's like, hey, who asked the most questions in this league? And I said, Michael does. Who asked the most? And I heard a good business partner of mine tell me the other day, literally, he's like, man, people think all the time that I have no idea what I'm talking about, because I ask the same questions to different people because I get different responses and I get different perspectives. So for me, I meant what I said, because you should stop overthinking how the game is played in your mind and just start playing the game how you feel it should be played. And that's kind of what I was going at. You're getting all the questions and all the information regardless, because you always ask the questions. It's about time you start, like I said, focusing on your confidence and letting that shit ride. That's what I meant by that. So.
Yeah, you were my inspiration, so I was locked in, and from that point on to if I was gonna go out, I was gonna go out with a decent hand. I wasn't just gonna get bled out on chips, right?
Yep, exactly. Nice. That's good to know. Now, when Chris bluffs you Thursday, just be ready.
When Chris bluffs me, be ready?
Yep. Don't take it too hard.
Well, with you being his cousin, what's it tell? He saw my hand shake one time, and he wasn't a bluff. He got out because he thought I had the hand. What's it tell on Chris?
He gets a hard dick.
Oh, well, nobody would even know that.
Oh. Exactly.
I'm not even sure Camilla would know that.
Oh. Exactly. That's why he could bluff.
Wow.
So now I do want to get into sticky fingers. So you always said that if you can't spot the easiest player at the table, you're it. At the table you were sitting at last Thursday, in your mind, who was the easiest player?
Me. Because no, really, at that table, there was Noe, Lee, right? Your cousin, Dan, Tina, Andi, Saunders, and B. So I wouldn't put myself above any of those players.
I love that I was one of the last people you called out on that. Fuck you.
No, I went around the table. I went in order. If you followed me, I went around the order because B was to your left, and B was the last person I called.
All right, that's really honest of you. Nice. Now, when you knew Andi was above you in the standings,
I did.
When you saw her cleaning out people, cleaning out Dan, cleaning out
I didn't clean out anybody.
You cleaned out Dan.
Cleaning out Dan.
Yeah, right.
When you saw her just cleaning out people, racking in those chips, have over 400K in chips, she's sitting out good. Did you ever fear her? Like, man, I might not have a chance. Because
Andy's taken me out twice. Once in a
I've taken you out multiple times on a date.
Right. But on one time was not the charity event, but it was one of those, one night poker events at Marty's. So we all know when Andi gets on the roll, Andi's fearless. She's fearless. She'll, so when she gets on the roll. Yeah. So, yeah. You know what? Let me answer that question another way. I kept the list in front of me of who was ahead of me going into the final stand and kept trying to do the math. And I knew it was going to be between me and Tina. I figured, I didn't know Andi was going to drop when she did, but I figured it'd be between me and Tina with the last spot until Tina took Andi out. So yeah, I was aware, but I was aware of everybody else to me too.
How did you feel when Tina took her out so early?
Well, I mentioned that earlier. I thought I screwed up because I could have taken Andi out earlier. She was pot committed and she looked at me and said, just check. And I knew I had the ace high flush at that point. And I just checked, and I'm like, well, you better not let somebody else take you out. And then the one person that couldn't have taken her out did, which was Tina, and that put her ahead of Andy.
Nice. Okay. Well, what is the best advice you ever received during your time in the AIA Poker League?
We just discussed it, Marty. Quit overthinking it.
That was recent. That was last week.
Yeah. Well, yeah. When he ended that podcast, it really affected me when he said, Michael's going to play 2 hands and then bitch about the few hands he didn't play all night. You know, I'm like, you know what? There's some truth in that. So I didn't want to prove that right.
I'll pour that in therapy, Bill.
So are you going to play the same way you played last week to this Thursday?
I would tell you, but I can't because your cousin's probably going to be listening. So I don't know which Michael is going to show up. I don't know if it's going to be the Michael in the headset or what, but I'm just thankful I made the final table. How about that? I'm happy to be here.
I mean, this is your second time, right?
I made it 2 out of 3 times. Yeah. But this is my third league, third season. I made it 2 times.
Do you remember who took you out the first final table?
Yeah, I do. Yeah. It was your cousin. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. I was the third. It was down to me, your cousin and Lee. And then I knew I was overmatched. And then, your cousin took me out. And then I think it was the next hand later, he took Lee out. So it was like bang, bam. He was.
I just remember that.
Yeah, the cheating hand, I remember.
So I didn't realize
Yeah, there was something weird about that deal. I remember that.
So,
Yeah.
Michael, I'm going to chime in here. I did not realize that since you've been in the league, you only missed 1 time.
Same with me.
Very true.
Yeah, see?
Like you didn't. I'm sorry, Marty. You didn't realize that, or you really missed 1 time.
I've only missed 1 time.
Yeah, that's
good.
crazy. I did not realize that for both of you. Like, damn. Like Requisa's cousin is kind of stuck in the pot a little bit.
I haven't made a final table in 3 seasons.
If I can toot my own horn for 1 second, I helped Marty on one of those seasons. I subbed for him twice.
Oh yeah, I remember that. That's right.
And thank you for both of those, by the way, because I helped you
no,
last.
that's not what I was
you on
going with
Thursday.
that. I just didn't realize that. Yeah, no, I mean, I'm grateful to be friends with you, but I'm making it that far, so maybe I'll win something good.
I predict that next season you're going to be the first comeback player of the year. You're going to make your final table. Yep.
Come on my back or come back?
Both.
I'm joking.
Michael,
That's what he said.
All right, Michael, last one, and that's the fun one. Now, Michael, out of all the poker players you know, or either people you watch on YouTube or TV,
When you're locked in, Michael,
who's your favorite poker player that you admire the most?
you get locked in.
Oh, well, I got a couple of them, but Negreanu, I know it's generic, but I like Negreanu because I just love his attitude. He's happy no matter what, and he doesn't egg on like Phil Hellmuth. Like there's some players, Tony G and stuff, that just try to bring out the worst in people, like
That's Lee's favorite player. Tony G.
What?
That's Lee's favorite player.
Well, I can see that because Lee brings out the best in people. He always does. He never antagonizes anybody. He never, he's sorry when he takes them out. He's kind. So I can see that. If you're saying Negreanu is Lee's, I can see it. I can see the
Tony G.
Oh, well, that's his alter ego. That's like, that's like the, what's it called? What's that one Marvel character that's good and bad? But yeah, that's his alter ego there then.
Is that like Bizarro Superman you're talking about, the opposites?
Yeah, that's your alter, because you're so kind. You play like Phil Negreanu, but you probably want to be like
I like Antonio Esfandiari. He's pretty good. And I also like Phil Locke, the Unabomber. He's pretty good too.
Yeah. He's Australian, right?
I think he is. I think you're right.
Yeah.
He dated Jennifer Tilly.
And I like, as Eric Williams, is that the guy's name? The guy that
Yes. He took second place in 2005.
Yeah, with Raymond, right? Raymond.
Raymond.
Yeah.
Right.
I like that.
So I love you all, but I need to dip out. I'm so tired.
Oh, we're almost done. All right, Chris he's gonna finish up. He's gonna finish up.
Yeah. So
Requeese.
All right, that was my last question. So, Michael, thank you for coming back. And congratulations for last Thursday and making the top 5. Good luck this Thursday. You will need it.
Thank you.
All right. Now, something kind of new I believe Michael actually wants to probe Chris for a couple questions, especially about this final table coming up.
What? Why?
That's what he wants to do.
Okay.
Oh, shit's about to get real.
Oh, shit. Here we go.
Well, let's just start off with an easy one. What is it about you that pisses everybody off?
I'm just better than them.
I'll take this one. No, I'm just kidding.
I'm just better. I'm just better than them.
Bullshit.
That's all.
Bullshit.
They just realize when they see greatness, they're like, "Oh shit!"
Oh, my God. I don't know.
Or you find a way to cheat.
Oh.
Who says I cheat? I don't cheat. Who says that?
Wow.
Who says I cheat?
Wow.
Lee, do you think I cheat?
No comment. No, I plead the fifth.
I've never seen you cheat, but okay. So do you think it's jealousy?
Hey, thank you, Michael. You never seen me cheat.
You think it's jealousy?
I have no idea. I really don't know.
You don't think it's like a punchable face or something like that?
Oh, shit.
Ow! Ouch! You brought that up.
I mean, probably, or just that I'm just better than them.
Okay. All right. It's one or the other. Second question. Now, I know you are a student athlete, and the only reason why I bring this up is because you still misspell my name. So, what was your major?
What's he spelled? Wally. E-L or A-L?
Was it?
A-E-L. It's just like Michael spelled the same fucking way everywhere.
Mike Heel.
I see Michael spell E-A-L.
So what?
No.
So what was your
not white people? White people spell the same fucking way.
No, wait. So you saying like other non-white people spell it E-A-L?
Oh my God!
Now you're just a moron.
No,
So
Michael
Chris,
spell E-A-L sometimes.
so I know you were a student athlete. So
Yes.
and spelling wasn't your major. So what was your major? Was it phys ed or something?
Oh my God!
I major.
He major.
I major in accounting. I know about culinary.
Oh my God! What?
I'm dying. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry.
I major in accounting and minor in culinary.
On the culinary, I believe. Those are some good ass last things over there.
Yes, I did accounting. Yes, I was done.
So 1 + 1 = 12, apparently, in poker.
Yes.
Oh, that's where the points are so high. Wow.
Yeah. I don't know what y'all mean. You know what's so funny? I still take y'all money and I'll pocket it because y'all ain't the final table. So
oh, he's butthurt. He's butthurt.
Or he's just saying he's like grabbing us, actually.
He's spending your money here.
He's butthurt.
So Chris, numbers are in. Alphanumeric numbers, maybe not, and definitely not spelling, but counting you're good at. Okay.
Yep.
Camilla.
Who do you fear the most at this upcoming table, and how are you going to play in this championship table?
Oh, I mean, gotta be Tina. She calls everything. What do
they call that?
What?
Don't they call that something? A something caller?
No, I'm not gonna say it. Yeah, she calls it. She calls everything, man. She always thinks I'm bluffing, and sometimes I am bluffing her. And she's gonna catch a big river card and hit on the river.
Is that going to make you bluff less?
Yes, it does, but it makes me bluff less at the whole table against everyone. So if I can't bluff at the table with one person going to call me out, it's risky. So I have to either bluff or bluff not at all.
Or you're going to be a little bitch like you did the last time. You're like, I'm not even going to play a fucking hand.
Wait, Andy, did you make the final table? No.
Oh.
So Chris, when you're on the button, that's the time we need to wonder if you're really bluffing.
Yeah, basically.
I'd like to see if his cheeks are red. That's what I do.
And normally, I can tell you this. I'd only bluff if I have to bluff if I'm big blind. If I'm big blind, if I don't have the hand, I'm bluffing it.
Well, his cheeks were like purple on the what was that night? The tournament. What was it? The charity night. Oh my God, dude!
Oh yeah, that's why. And Chris, remind everybody who knocked you out then.
Oh,
Michael did, right? No,
nah, bro.
Nah.
It was me.
It was Marty, or the King Marty, who took third place that night. Marty?
No, it was Tina. It was Tina.
I knocked you out, crazy.
No, it was Tina.
I literally text Ryan. I was like, just knock Chris out for you, fool. I got your back.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, we bought in. That Tina knocked me out. Yeah.
I knocked you out.
No, it was Marty.
Yeah. Marty knocked me out. I rebought it, and then I got knocked out by Tina next thing.
No.
Yes.
Tina knocked you. Tina made you rebuy, and then I knocked you out of the tournament, bro.
Oh, so Tina knocked me out first, then you knocked me out second.
Yes. Out of the tournament.
Right.
Yeah.
Nobody knocks you out if you can rebuy.
Exactly.
You still knockout's a knockout.
Oh my God.
I knocked out Noe 3 times. Then he ran out.
If the quarterback gets sacked on first, second, and third down, it's not a fucking turnover and downs unless he fumbles it. Let's go, man. Jesus Christ.
Oh my God.
All right. Anyway, so we're getting to the porcelain corner. Unless, Michael, you had any other questions.
No, because the only other question I had was how in the hell he convinced Camille to say yes, but no matter what it gives me, it's not going to make any sense. I'm not even going to ask it.
Okay, that was my favorite response of all of it.
The influence of drugs is very heavy on women's souls late at night at the club when there's nobody else to look at.
Wow. Oh my God. Wow.
That's 100% true.
So he's a closing time guy. Okay.
He's got a great personality.
That's a lot of women, and a lot of women die.
Mind you, that's what men say about studies.
Oh.
What?
Wow.
Oh,
I'm not saying that about.
Edit that out, Lee. Lee, edit that out.
Oh, that's definitely going out.
I would never talk about my friend like that.
Wow.
I'm not. I'm just saying that's what men.
You just said his personality is fat.
No, I'm saying that's what men say about women. They're they have a good personality. Oh, they're fat.
It's okay. I got a VA doctor receipt the other day that gave me my charts and readings and stuff for the month or for the year. And it says that I'm morbidly obese. Jesus.
No way.
Marty.
Wow. Marty, no way.
Well, I was okay with it because when I met Camilla, I was fit. So I was fit. I was shredded when I met Camilla.
Now I got to get locked in on my vegetate. On my food eating. And
You're
stuff.
just big boned, Marty.
Your vegetative state.
Yeah. All right. So anyways, so we're going to get to the porcelain corner. I want to give you guys the results real quick. So last week, nobody got any points because we all guessed incorrectly. It was a final week. It was a weird week. So a lot of people were going to be making a bunch of different calls and different reads and trying to play more aggressive than normal. So the ending standings go like this. Andi, unfortunately, you got 0 points. Chris, you tied with Andi. Y'all are both, unfortunately, with 0 points. Lee, you got 1 point. Marty got 1 point. And then the guests got 1 point. Here's what the surprise pick for the week is. Pick your winner. You can't repeat the winner. So we're going to...
winner.
Yeah, so we're going to do this in a different way. Lee or Andi, you pick first, then Chris picks next, and then Lee, and then myself will go.
Yeah, and just clarification. Lee and Andi are not in the final table.
So neither is Marty.
What does that mean?
I just want to make sure that Lee and Andi know they're not in the final table.
What does that mean, though?
I just want to specify that. Lee and Andi are not in the final table.
Can you say it a third time?
Hey, I just want to make sure they're aware that they're not in the final table.
Hey, Christopher.
The bookkeeping, Chris?
I do.
Christopher, I've never been in the final table, so go eat a giant.
Well, I mean,
giant peach.
All right. So Andi, go ahead and pick your final table winner. No repeats, and you can't pick yourself, but yeah.
I mean, but no, we're picking out of the top 5, right?
Huh?
Marty, we're picking out of the top 5, correct?
Yeah, it's out of the top 5.
Honestly, I think Michael's going to win.
Ooh. Michael? Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Let's go, Chris.
I got Chris Saunders.
Okay. I like it. And by the way, the surprise of this whole thing, this pick is worth 2 points. So this could put you in front and win the whole season.
Nice.
All right. Go ahead, Lee.
I'm picking the kid, Jeremiah. He's going to whoop some ass. He's going to take the whole fucking thing. Jeremiah for the win.
Ooh, that is
He's not there in the final table. That's why.
Yeah. Okay. So I'm going to do something that I never thought I'd do. I gave him a little bit of flag during the season, right? And it was both of these 1 and 2. I'm picking Chris Woodmansey the house to fucking take the thing.
Oh my God! What?
Marty, is that just so ensuring you're getting reinvited to the next season?
No, because this is strictly because I like to win. So I've won the Porcelain Corner every single season we've done it, and this is for me.
It should be like just sitting at Porcelain Corner.
Because you know Chris is going to rig it so he wins. Is that it?
Hey, how do you guys? Remember, I told you you never lose if you tinkle. You never lose if you had to.
You know, it's so funny. Y'all say all this stuff, but I see you in 2 weeks when you give me the $100.
Whoa! Why is it got to be low? And why isn't it $200?
And mind you, this is my final coupon.
So Lee was lying when you say you're coming back.
So I guess that leaves me with Tina, and I was going to pick Chris Saunders, but I was going to say Tina was going to lead the whole night, but then she'll have one hand where her husband will take her out. But that leaves me with Tina.
I like that. You can pick whoever you want, actually.
No repeats. He said no repeats.
Yeah,
Listen to the rules, Lee. Listen to the rules.
Hey, I'm comfortable with Tina. I'm totally comfortable.
I was going to say Tina was my next pick, so.
I thought you guys were real jerks by not picking her.
I was going to pick Tina.
We can only pick one person. So everybody relax. So.
Yeah. I was going to pick Tina. Tina, if I had to pick a second place, I'd say Tina's going to be on my second place.
Guys, if I had to pick a last place, it would be like this. Let's go. Come on. Jesus Christ. All right, go ahead. 4 goes, guys. Hey, thank you so much for this amazing season of the Porcelain Corner. We always have a blast picking names, even though not everybody feels the same. So, Andy, if this is your last season, I hate to see you go. It's going to be really weird for you to read.
Not her last season.
When you're not playing.
You just lied. Lee's been lying to everyone.
It's not her last season. She's going to be back. She'll be back with us. Y'all are just buying it. Y'all are buying it.
Yeah. Well, who's closing? Andy, say on the podcast, is this your last season?
No.
Wow, Andy, you got deep.
Ooh, that's what she said.
It's not.
Andy, is this your last season?
Don't entertain it, Chris. It's not.
Yes, nobody in the podcast or in the season wants to be there. So, yep.
We already said she's going to be the comeback player next season, so she's already in.
I already said it. Yep.
Yeah.
And just because you're pulling this prank, Andy, you have to close this out tonight.
Good night, y'all.
No, you're going to do it the right way.
All right,
go ahead. Thank everybody and all that.
Good night, y'all.
Okay, go ahead, Chris.
All right, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in for the season finale. Thank you for listening to week 5. Thank you, Michael, for being the guest. Congratulations for Thursday. And good luck this Thursday as you go against some very high contenders. But you are now considered the high contender. So keep that up. Keep that momentum going for the next season. You're going to be great. You're doing great. Keep on learning. For all you listening out there, continue to listen as we go on to season 11.
Stay locked in. Stay locked in.
Stay locked in to season 11. It's going to be a 10-week league. It's going to be a lot of theme events. It's going to be a fun 10 weeks. So tune in for that. As I say, tune in for next week. If you don't come back, you will be like Dan losing out to Andy.
Oh, nice.
Ouch.
The highlight of the night.
Peace out.
Thanks for being our guest, Michael. We appreciate you, bud.
You're welcome. Thanks for having me.